Ekua. Let's talk about Ekua.
Okay.
Now, I know Ekua is a Ghanaian soul name. Now, in the Ghanaian tradition, a person's name is determined by the day on which they were born. That's a person's middle name. And I, for instance, I'm a Saturday born, so my middle name is Kwame. Now, Ekua, what day was Ekua born?
Ekua is born on Wednesday.
Okay.
And so, hence her name, Ekua.
So, Ekua is the name of a Wednesday born. Anyway, tell us, what's the inspiration behind Ekua?
Wow. The inspiration behind Ekua, I will say, was partly from my experience.
Right.
In the sense that I wanted to give a perspective of children that maybe often we do not see in literature. You know, where we look at the child's life and they're dealing with very, serious and important issues.
Right.
And so I wanted to explore that. And Ekua, in the way that I began to see her was because, or kind of related to her, is that she's a child who is left in Ghana by her parents, and the parents go to America, in search of a better life.
Right.
I myself, my parents came to America and left me and my siblings.
Okay.
In Ghana with guardians.
Right.
And so I borrow a bit from that experience and to create this, character and to show some of the things that such a child might encounter in the absence, of the parents, and also under the guardianship of someone else, and the different places that she inhabits for different times within her life. And in this case, the book actually occurs in 1 year. So the book is actually a year in the life of a girl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now this book is primarily fiction, but you have borrowed from instances of your life. So it's not about your life.
No, it is not about my life.
Okay.
You have the inspiration. So the inspiration was from that, because you have to, as a writer, you have to write what you know.
Right.
Of course, unless you're writing science fiction, and I'm not a science fiction writer.
You might get there.
So you have to write what you know. So it is not an autobiography at all. But I took, I began from that question, what happens, to a child when they are outside the space of, their parents' guidance, and because this happens a lot where parents leave their children back home with family members or guardians in search of a better life. And so we know that narrative, but have we really looked into those who are left behind into their lives to see exactly how that decision, and how their lives in absence of their parents, are shaped.
Right.
And I think it shapes their psyche, and also it's something that probably will impact them for the rest of their life. So I began with that question, and that's how Ekua came about. But this is a year in her life.